Intercepted a third time. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Mayfield's going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got daylight, the 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Complete to
a big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Mars pass.
Nelson Agholor. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Joe Jackson on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. Do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 2nd-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Jones. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Josh Jacobs. 10 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Jacobs incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 40.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Las Vegas, first down.
Carr to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw, Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Browns are going to win the football game. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Cleveland, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.